Hi and welcome, my name is Eric Simpson, an online weight loss specialist working with busy professional women over 40 who are looking to lose weight and tone up without having to count calories, spend hours exercising every day or trying to be 100% perfect. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what metabolism is and how we can control it. Because look, if you're trying to lose weight, we need to be able to understand this so that we can control it better, so we can not only lose weight effectively, but more importantly probably, learn and understand how we can maintain it long term. So first of all, what is metabolism? Well, simply put, in a nutshell, it's the rate at which our body metabolizes calories that we consume. And that's affected by a whole variety of different things, which I'm going to go into right now. So what are the things that affect our metabolism? First of all, genetics. So the genetics that you were given to you by your parents. So if you've got two parents that are large, there's a good chance that you're going to be large as well. If you've got two parents that are in the middle, you're going to be like that as well. But genetics play quite an important part in terms of how we control our metabolism. But we can't change them, but we can work with them. The second thing that's going to affect your metabolism is your age. So as we age, going past the age of 30, every decade thereafter, we start to lose a certain amount of lean body tissue. It's called sarcopenia. And it's right up there now with osteoporosis as one of the main health risks that women face over 40 when it comes to maintaining their health long term. So as we go past the age of 30, we lose lean body tissue. As we lose that lean body tissue, our metabolism drops. So those first two things we can't really influence in terms of genetics and age. They're going to happen. But the next three things we can definitely influence and impact, which will cause a correlation to our metabolism in terms of how we control it, whether it goes up or down, and that's diet, exercise, and lifestyle. So let's get into a few things that we can control, 6 things in particular that we can control. First of all, eat more protein. You know, over the 2 decades or more I've been working in this area, this is the one macronutrient that most people fail to consume enough of. Now, it doesn't have to be lean meat or fish. It can be from a vegetarian source, but we do need to get on board lean protein or a vegetarian source of protein. Why is it important? Because lean body mass metabolism, which is directly connected to it, requires protein in order to be able to maintain lean body tissue. And if you're doing any form of resistance training, you know, using weights or your body weight or bands, and you're doing that sort of stuff, you need this macronutrient protein to be able to build more lean body tissue. If we're lacking lean body tissue and you combine that with the aging process, you can see why people end up with the middle-age spread and really struggle with their weight. So we need to eat more protein. That's number 1. Number 2, eat more whole food. Why whole food? Because when we eat whole food as opposed to processed food, our body has to work harder to break that down. It's called the thermic effect. And as we're working to break that food down, it means our metabolism, boom, is going to go up, which is good news. Number 3, drink green tea. Again, I've done videos on this and there's lots of research out on green tea and its positive impact on our metabolism. So if you can stomach the taste of green tea, not everybody can, I'll definitely look to include maybe 2 or 3 cups of this throughout the course of the day. Green tea. Number 4, stay hydrated. Now, the way to check for hydration is very, very simple. When you go to the toilet, there should be clear and copious amounts of fluid coming out of your body. Now, if you don't like just plain old water, which I personally don't, then add a slice of lemon, add a bit of cordial, add a slice of apple, put something in there just to take the blandness off of there. In terms of how much water should you be drinking, well, the recommendation is between 1.5 to 2.5 litres a day. If you're drinking nothing at the moment at all, I would say start off with just 1 glass of water and build up from there. Don't become a water bowser overnight. It's not going to serve you well. Number 5, this is one that is really underestimated. You can see me in shot there with a lady called Sue who introduced resistance training into her weight loss regime and helped her to boost her metabolism. But using resistance training is imperative. Whether you're using weights, bands or your body weight, doesn't really matter which one you use. The key is that you are trying to develop lean body tissue. We're not talking about big rippling muscles here. We're just talking about developing good lean body tissue so that we can better control our metabolism. And if we can do that, if we can boost our lean body tissue, it means we're going to be burning more calories when we are at rest. So the workout that you do, yes, it will burn some calories, but again, I've said in other videos, exercise is not for weight loss, but what it will do is ramp up your metabolism, which is great. You also need to do some form of cardiovascular training. Now, the type of training that's particularly beneficial when it comes to boosting your metabolism is something called HIIT, high intensity training. Now, if you're a complete newbie beginner, I wouldn't be recommending you go out there and you start running sprints or getting on your bike and sprinting on the bike like a crazy person. I wouldn't recommend that at all. But I would certainly recommend just increasing the intensity based on your starting point where you are now for maybe 20-30 seconds. Maybe you walk really vigorously and then you drop it down for maybe a couple of minutes and then you repeat the process again. Maybe do a total of 5 of those repetitions. That's what we call HIIT training. And as you get fitter, you can increase intensity. And just to recap then what those 5 things are. Number 1, protein. Make sure you take it on board some protein because it's going to help you to maintain and build lean body tissue, which is important for impacting your metabolism. Number 2, whole foods. It's going to boost your ability to boost your metabolism in terms of the thermic effect that's required when you're burning that type of food as opposed to processed food. Green tea, well documented to have a positive impact, maybe 2 or 3 glasses of that a day. Hydration, make sure you're drinking plenty of fluid. Now, we are made up of 80-90% of fluid, so it makes sense to do that. And number 5, use weights and do some form of cardiovascular training where you're taking your heart rate up for a period of time, maybe 30 seconds or so, and then dropping it down again for a couple of minutes and then repeating that process again. So there's a quick overview of what metabolism is and how you can control it to help you lose weight and manage your weight long term. If you have any questions at all, then feel free just to leave those below. And if you haven't already done so and you'd like to be notified as to when I release my next coaching video, then hit that subscribe button so you can be notified and catch up on my next coaching video. Until then, take very good care and bye for now.